Every time Central Florida and Cincinnati play, or even where we were previously, the games are like this. They are tough, they're gritty, a lot of strategy of back and forth between man and zone. At this point, I should probably just be used to it. But what I'm really thankful for is that our team had some resiliency. I obviously was very frustrated, and I thought they did a great job of handling that. And there towards the end, we clearly made some big shots, and I'm really happy. Any coach will tell you you can draw it whatever you want, but the players make the shots. And Maya Perry did a great job of knocking down one shot that we actually practiced in a play that we put in, and another one that was made up because we didn't have anything for 5 seconds. But I did have Maya, and so there you have it. So really proud of this group and their resiliency tonight.
Maya, take us through that last second there. You needed that shot to force overtime. Just what was it like in the huddle, and what were you seeing out there on the court?
Every time I give credit to my coaches and my teammates, the faith and trust that they have in me and the confidence that they have in me just led to me being confident in that last shot. And Trina said, "You're going to knock it down," and that's exactly what I did.
UCF managed to get the win and points off of turnovers in the paint, second chance. Just what did it take for this team to grind it out and manage to get this win?
I think they have such an active presence. A lot of the time, people talk about how physical we are in our size, but what Central Florida does is they're so active. So the shots that we were taking in the paint, that's one of the reasons why we couldn't get a lot of second chance points. I thought they did a phenomenal job of making sure our bigs couldn't just catch it and go up, and I think that was something that we had to overcome simply by by making shots somewhere else. It was very difficult for us to get points in the paint tonight, and that credit definitely goes to UCF.
Maya, what gave you the confidence to keep attacking late, especially after, those possessions got pretty physical?
Again, to reiterate, my coaches and my teammates, just being able to play my game and knowing that my teammates know I'm going to make the shot and they have full faith in me, and same with the coaches.
Coach, you mentioned how you were a little frustrated. What exactly was frustrating you in the game?
I thought we made some decisions from the beginning of the game offensively that stopped us from getting in any kind of rhythm. We emphasized moving the ball and getting passes in and ball reversals, and for whatever reason, that was not the case. I think that's where it started. And then we came down defensively and we fouled. And so now the game is not up and down. There's no rhythm that way either. I just think that we have to have better starts, and that was frustrating. Leah Harmon is a really good player, and I thought that she gave us fits. I do think our freshman, Joya Crawford in particular, did a really good job on her, but ultimately we fouled her too many times. You have to make a player like her make shots and contest them and make them difficult. Anytime you foul her, she's just going to make free throws. So there were a few things that I just felt like we didn't execute game plan-wise, and that was pretty frustrating. But kudos to the team because they figured out a way to stay together anyway and make winning plays down the stretch.
Coach, you led for the majority of this game, but UCF managed to get on a run there early in the fourth quarter. Just what were you seeing there, and what did it take for you guys to turn it around and get there to force overtime?
Yeah, I saw red, and it wasn't our jerseys. I was incredibly irritated because I feel like Central Florida is one of those teams that you can breathe life into them, and when you do, then they just start pushing the ball even harder, even faster. It's like they get more and more confident, and I felt like the plays that we were making were assisting in that. And for me, they got aggressive. They started to attack. Harmon didn't settle for threes or jump shots. She got into the paint. I thought we had poor ball screen coverage. It was just a lot of things that when we talk about getting off to a great start in every quarter, we seem to be doing the opposite. And I just felt they did a great job of taking advantage of that.
Maya, how do you feel like you guys were able to break out of that drought in that early fourth quarter and manage to close that gap to force overtime?
We just made sure that we stick together. At the end of the day, we're the five on the court, and we trust everything that Trina's saying. So we just had to take a deep breath and just go out there and play basketball.
Coach, what's your message to your team winning a game like this where you feel like you didn't play your best for stretches? What's kind of your message to the team?
I would say our overarching message is this team is 2-2 now. Okay, I know we played a bunch of games, and I know we played more than 4 conference games, but this is the 4th game that we've had our entire team for me to be able to play. And so we have to take steps forward, and we have to be intentional about what we know and what we feel in our space and in our circle. And that is that we're growing, that our journey has not looked the way we thought it would or the way we wanted it to, but we're here now. And how can we continue to grow together on both ends of the floor? I love the idea of resiliency, but I don't want to play poorly. I think we learned some really important things about making free throws down the stretch and a lot of things. I'm fine with that one lesson. The message is we need to play better. Because we are fortunate that we came out with this win. Central Florida just won, and they were feeling good, and I felt like they wanted it in moments more than we did. And we have to understand that those moments are unacceptable. And in this league, it's just going to catch you, and it'll be difficult to fight back a lot of the time. And we're fortunate we were able to today.
Coach, what stood out to you about your team's composure in overtime after UCF took that late lead?
I think what I was most impressed with was their communication defensively. We did some different things than we've practiced, and usually that's a rule of thumb for a coach. You want to do that the least amount of times as possible. And if you haven't practiced it, don't do it. That's usually for really experienced teams. And obviously we have Maya and Reagan and Des and Alliance that have some years under their belt. But for the majority of our team, they haven't played either heavy minutes or they just haven't had much experience in college. So I was really proud that they had to be communicating out there because we were doing some things that we didn't get to rep a lot in practice. With Kylie Torrance having fouled out, we had a group out there that we don't practice with for last second and late game things. And they still were able to execute well enough for us to come out with a win.
Maya, similar question to you. How do you carry that momentum you get from late in the 4th quarter and into overtime?
I think the biggest thing is trusting one another and just executing the game plan. Again, we do a lot of late clock situations. So this isn't nothing new to us. We practice it. We're ready for the experiences, and we showed up.
Take me through that late period there in overtime. You know, UCF, you need that to steal that inbound in order to kind of seal the game up. Just how do you draw that play up, and just what do you see out there on the court?
Keeping composure and just making sure we stick to our defensive game plan to make sure that our primary scorer doesn't touch the ball and keep all eyes on her, basically, which was Harmon. And just play. Just get the ball. At the end of the day, we needed it, so just go steal it.
Coach, what did it mean to you to pull out a win like this in overtime?
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, what we've done is played 3 completely different teams in the last 3 games, and that's what I love the most about the Big 12 is that it tests you, it stretches you, it challenges you. How many different styles are you going to come against, and how many different ways are you going to have to adjust and adapt to those styles? So I'll take any win. I think any coach in this league will tell you they'll take any win. We haven't particularly been great on the road all year, so this meant a lot of different things. And we're all about trust and belief around here. And whenever you have something happen like this, you're able to pull this out against all odds. Because there for a second, I wasn't so sure how this was going to go. I think it just continues to build your confidence. And hopefully what they continue to learn is what they are capable of doing. It doesn't have to be this difficult, I don't believe. But I do believe that they now know that no matter what the scenario is, we can come out with a win, and I think that's the most important thing.
Maya, you seem to come up with a 3 every time you guys needed one. You had the big and 1-3, so you got really excited after that one. Kind of going through your mind when you have these guys have a place.
My biggest thing is growing up, my dad says stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Trina will reiterate that too. But just having a game like I did versus Texas Tech, I wasn't really there for my team the way I should have been. And I knew I had to show up today, so that's exactly what I did.
And that's why she's a winner. That right there. I don't know about her not showing up the way that she should have at Texas Tech, but okay. It was great to see her get in the rhythm tonight.
Coach, so you guys both mentioned Leah Harmon a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
She put up 29 points.
Yeah.
What defensive measures were most effective late in the game?
I think what Maya said, them just focusing on her. I mean, she's a really good player, but there's a lot of good players on UCF's team, so you can't just face guard her and let everybody else go score. So I think there were times where we weren't as urgent as maybe we could have been or should have been. And for them to lock in there in those last few possessions and just trust. Like this is where the ball is going, and you have the best chance of guarding her if she doesn't touch it. Because if we let her catch it, then who knows what can happen. So really proud of them for doing that.
How do you now ride a win like this as you now head back home to take on West Virginia?
Well, the first thing is we have to take better care of the ball. I mean, 20 turnovers is a lot, and then you go against West Virginia, and I mean, I'm pretty sure they're top 5 in the country. At least they were, and they may be top 2 by now. And we have to be much more intentional about what we do offensively. So we're going to go back and we're going to watch some film and we're going to put together a plan and know that it's going to be physical, it's going to be aggressive. There's going to be a lot of pressure, and we have to do our best to handle that and then make sure that we're aggressive as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you all
guys.
so much. Appreciate you. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank
you so much.
That was a really good shot.